Hello everyone. Can you hear this? Can you see this board?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Okay. So we started quantum mechanics from last class. So we will discuss some old experiments with some details now. So let me summarize what we have discussed yesterday and what we are going to do today. So we discussed in last class just that this whole science can be divided in two things: the wave-like nature, which is like electromagnetic theory, or in terms of math, Maxwell equations, or object-like nature, which is Newtonian mechanics, or in terms of equation, it is Newton's law. There is not much problem with the wave-like nature. It is settled. There is no contradiction with the experimental observation. wave-like nature में कोई दिक्कत नहीं है कहीं भी. जो equations कहती हैं वही experiment में मिलता भी है. But there are problem with object-like nature. This is an approximate theory only. It works only when speeds are in the normal range, the size of objects are in the normal range. I mean, everything is not on the extreme side. But if you increase the speed, you will see Newtonian mechanics does not work. And then we see that it is a relativity which give you correct description of all the objects. But even relativity is not the complete thing. If sizes are extremely small or the energies are extremely small, neither Newtonian nor relativity, ना ही Newtonian ना ही relativity सही रिजल्ट देती है. And then we realize that there is one more aspect of physics, which is quantum mechanics. Okay. So these two appears as the correct version of Newtonian mechanics. We have discussed this thing in last semester, and now we are going to discuss quantum mechanics in this. Which one is the complete physics? I mean, which physics works with all sort of scenario? All sort of scenario means that can work with all speed, that can work with all sizes. That is still, I mean, at least it is not in your syllabus. It is not in your master syllabus also. So we are at this end right now. So it is non-relativistic. The speeds are not very high, but energy scales, size of atoms, sorry, size of molecules, these things are quite small. And obviously, again, this Newton's law is not going to work directly here. If we increase the size, whatever is the law here, जो भी यहाँ पे physics हम define करेंगे, that will go back to Newton's law. If we increase the size or if we increase the energy. But otherwise, there is nothing like Newton's law here. Now, why do we think, I mean, what are those experiments which says that Newtonian mechanics does not work for all cases? So we have discussed some cases in the last class. And do not worry if you do not understand what is black body radiation. यदि black body radiation आपको clear नहीं भी हुआ है, there is nothing to worry about. But what does it suggest? Photon nature of energy means energy emits in a discrete manner, like particles. आप किसी particle gun से जब particles emit करते हैं, either one particle is emitted or two or three. You cannot emit 1.5 particle. Same thing is in the case of radiations. A black body radiates the energy in discrete energy packets. And what is the energy in one packet? That is h nu. Okay. Apart from that, there is photoelectric effect. You know, if you consider wave nature of light, you cannot explain this effect. It is explained by photon nature. Photon nature means photon nature or particle nature or discrete packets of energy. Both have, all these terms have same meaning. Okay. What else we know? Interference. Now you know it is explained by wave nature. But let me tell you, it is half a story only. So although you think that wave nature can describe interference, but if you go in more details, that is not correct. Same thing with the polarization. So we will discuss later about polarization. So we were here at this point. We were discussing interference. So what does interference say? That if you have two slits and we have coherent source, then we will have an interference pattern on this screen. This is a screen. Either you can have two coherent source here, and if you do not have two coherent source, put one source at equal distance here. So these two will automatically behave like a coherent source. And we see some pattern here, some bright spot in the middle, then dark, then again bright, then again dark, and so on. And we have a very good explanation which works almost accurately with experimental observation. And that explanation uses the wave nature of light. Now there is a slight modification, or there is a slight change with the condition. I change the intensity of this light. In fact, I am decreasing the intensity of light. What changes will you see in this pattern? यदि यहाँ पे सिर्फ लाइट की इंटेंसिटी को आप चेंज करेंगे, स्क्रीन पर क्या इफेक्ट आएगा? Intensity means, let us say you have a bulb here. Earlier you was using, let us say, 12-volt battery. Now you are using only 6-volt battery to light this bulb. What changes will you see in the pattern here? Brightness reduces, brightness कम हो जाएगा, right? Is there any change in pattern? Let us say we have a bright hair. Is it possible that we do not get bright hair if you change the intensity of light? क्या ये पॉसिबल है कि यहाँ पे ब्राइट ना मिले यदि आप लाइट की इंटेंसिटी चेंज करें तो? यस और नो? This pattern cannot change, right? So let us say earlier you were seeing, let us say 100 units of brightness, and if you reduce the intensity of this bulb, you will see only 50 units of brightness, but still this is the bright point compared to the dark point, right? There is no intensity here. यहाँ तो intensity 0 है. If you keep on reducing the brightness, what will happen? The intensity of this bright point will keep on reducing, but you will always see interference pattern. But if I believe the photon nature of light, then what will happen? So let us say I have reduced the intensity of light to this order. The intensity is of the order of this order. Intensity is nearly equal to h nu. What is nu? Frequency of light. Now what is the possible pattern here? According to wave theory, whatever is the intensity, that will be distributed on this screen according to this pattern. Means whatever is the intensity here, some part of that intensity will come here, then again dark, then again a bright, then again dark. We will always see the pattern, but we will always see this interference pattern with a very dim intensity. But if I believe photon nature, then what will happen? According to photon nature, if this is the intensity, it means this light source is now emitting photon one by one. एक photon emit हुआ, उसके पीछे दूसरा emit हुआ, and so on, right? So this is the minimum energy packet. You cannot divide this energy. इसकी energy आप इससे कम नहीं कर सकते. This is the least. So this energy cannot be divided like this. So now we have two contradictory answers. If energy is such a low value, what do we expect? A interference pattern or a pattern, some other pattern, but that is not interference. कोई और pattern जो interference नहीं है. So what is your opinion? आपका opinion क्या है? If intensity is of the order of h nu, will there be any interference? क्या interference दिखेगा? According to wave nature के according क्या है? This is the electric field is equal to E naught some sin omega t minus kz from one slit plus E naught sin omega t minus kz plus delta from second slit. Now E naught can have any value. ये 0 से लेकर के infinity तक कुछ भी वैल्यू हो सकता है depending on what is the intensity of this light source. But according to photon nature, energy have to have only these possible energies only, h nu, 2h nu or 3h nu. So interference के wave nature के according whatever is in E naught, as long as it is not 0, जब तक ये 0 नहीं है, you will always get an interference pattern. According to photon nature, you should not get an interference pattern. So now we are at photon level. अब जो energy बल्ब की photon level पर ही है, अब क्या होगा? Interference pattern दिखाई देगा or no interference? This is wave nature. So let me know. I mean, please raise your hands if you believe that there is an interference pattern. आप में से जिन लोगों को लगता है कि इतनी लो इंटेंसिटी पे इंटरफेरेंस पैटर्न आएगा, those may raise your hands. Only one. Okay. Two. Okay, put down your hands. And those who believe that there is no interference pattern now, जिनको लगता है कि अब इंटरफेरेंस पैटर्न नहीं आएगा, raise your hands. Roughly same number. Okay, let's put down your hands. So let me tell you what exactly we find the result. Result कैसे पता किएगा? Because intensity is such a low value. इतना low intensity कि आप इसको सही से देख भी नहीं सकते. So the experiment was something like this. We have a slit. I mean, we have two slits. One source here. And now it is emitting light with such a low intensity. On the screen side here, now we have a photographic plate. Photographic plate means if a light come, then the chemical on this photographic plate will burn, and you can when you develop this photographic plate, you will realize that yes, some light has come at this point. Photographic plate कैसे काम करता है? यदि लाइट का पल्स कहीं भी इस प्लेट पे गिरेगा, the chemical on this photographic plate will get modified. जो chemical इस प्लेट पर है modify हो जाएगा, और जब आप इस प्लेट को डेवलप करेंगे, then you will get to know कि यहाँ पर कुछ लाइट आई थी. So now there are two possibilities. And that depends on exposure time. Means you took a bulb here with extremely low intensity, you put a photographic plate for, let us say, 4 to 5 seconds. Means exposure time is quite long. 4, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds. You put this photographic plate for significantly long time here. So there you get some light on this photographic plate. Accordingly, the chemical gets modified. And when they develop it, what they see? Interference pattern. Okay. Now in the next case, everything is same. We still have photographic plate, but now exposure time is quite small. Let us say only for 1 microsecond, 1 nanosecond or so. This time is extremely small. And what they see now? No interference pattern. Now this is somewhat strange. Can you explain? I think we can explain this part, because we always have an explanation for interference pattern. But what happens when exposure time was small? जब इसमें प्लेट को आपने कुछ माइक्रोसेकंड्स के लिए रखा और हटा लिया. Now we did not see any interference pattern. There were some random spots. कुछ random spots थे. Let us say one right here, one right here, one here, and so on. But there was not any regular pattern. कोई regular pattern नहीं मिला. So can anyone answer or can anyone guess what is so wrong about this part? Any idea?
अगर सर अगर ये जो बल्ब है ये फोटोन नेचर का होता तो ज्यादा फोटोन्स पहुंच नहीं पाए इतने टाइम में।
सी ये नहीं है कि बल्ब आप वेव नेचर का फोटोन नेचर का बनाते हैं। बल्ब इज बल्ब, इट इज यू हु इज ट्राइंग टू फाइंड व्हाट इज द नेचर ऑफ लाइट। डज इट कंसिस्ट ऑफ फोटोन और इट इज ए वेव। बल्ब तो एक ही है, बल्ब में से लाइट जनरेट हो रही है वो एक ही प्रोसेस से हो रही है। So,
sir, is it something related to that? Actually, we say that if photon knows we are being observed, it changes its nature. It is being observed.
that is one aspect of quantum mechanics. Yes, I agree with you, but at least this experiment is not related to that fact. Because, see, what you are saying has some different meaning. So when you observe means, when you try to measure something, you are actually disturbing the experiment. जब भी आप ये measurement करते हैं, measurement कैसे करेंगे? Using some machine. So quantum mechanics says that whenever you are using a machine on something, it is not possible that you do not disturb the setup. ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता कि आप मेन सेटअप को डिस्टर्ब ना करें. Okay. So something similar may happen here also, but if you see the working methodology, as long as this experiment is being conducted, जितनी देर एक्सपेरिमेंट कर रहे हैं, हमने कुछ भी मेजर नहीं किया है. This photographic plate is registering something. We did not see, we did not do anything. We switch off the experiment. Experiment बंद कर दिया. Then we took out this photographic plate. अब तो ले जा सकते हैं बाहर. अब तो कोई interference नहीं हो रहा है. And then we see this effect, right? So your argument, at least in this case, is not valid. Otherwise, I agree with you. But जिस तरीके से इसको किया गया है, we are not disturbing the experiment. जितनी देर एक्सपेरिमेंट चला उतनी देर हमने इसमें कोई छेड़छाड़ नहीं करी है, राइट?
Okay, sir.
If we are doing something in between the experiment, when experiment is being conducted, then I agree with your argument. Now you can see wave theory cannot answer this, but photon theory can answer this. This discrepancy can be explained by photons or by photon nature or particle nature. कैसे explain करेंगे? So according to photon nature, what you may assume that this source is emitting photon one by one now, right? Now that photon may enter from this slit or that may come from this slit also. Okay. Now which slit will it go? It is not easy to find. वो आसान नहीं है पता करना. Why? If you try to locate this photon, you are disturbing the experiment. Photon को कैसे डिटेक्ट करेंगे? Let us say you put a photon multiplier here. एक photon multiplier यहाँ पे आपने लगा दिया. What does photon multiplier do? It's a kind of amplifier. When a photon pass through it, it generates some current. This current is getting amplified, and then you registered a peak in a meter. Okay. So when if you can put photon multiplier here to detect that whatever photon is generated, which side does it go? So it is not easy to define which side does it go, obviously, because you are disturbing experiment. आप experiment के बीच में छेड़छाड़ कर रहे हैं. But still, I mean, they try to find out, and they roughly find that almost 50% photon goes on this side and almost 50% photon goes on this side. What they do? They applied photon multiplier only on one part. सिर्फ एक पे लगाया, एक पे नहीं लगाया. So they realize that 50% of photons are here. So automatically remaining 50% इधर को आएंगे. And obviously in this time interference pattern गड़बड़ाएगा because we are disturbing the experiment. but now they remove all the photon multipliers. सब multipliers हटा दिए गए, back to the normal stage. So sometimes photon comes from this slit, sometimes photons come from this slit. Where will it go? Nobody knows. It can go here, it can go here, it can go here, 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 anywhere, right? So we have an answer for this part. These two photons or photons from any slit can go anywhere. So we do not expect any interference pattern. Now let us say we have exposure time quite long. Exposure time long means we have got millions of photon on this photographic plate, right? But what is the pattern? Pattern क्या होगा? उसका कोई theory अभी भी हमारे पास नहीं है. Okay. So photon nature can explain only half of the part. This one. Interference pattern क्यों नहीं था जब exposure time कम था? Interference pattern इसलिए नहीं था because आपके पास फोटोन ही कितने आए हैं. Can you make an interference pattern from that pattern? Let us say you have 6 bright and 6 dark spots. You need at least 6 photon so that each photon can go its right place. ज्यादा ही चाहिए होंगे because ऐसा नहीं है कि एक फोटोन यहाँ गया तो दूसरा यहीं पे जाएगा. It can go anywhere. But this is the minimum number of photon if there is a possibility of getting 6 bright spots. But यदि आपका टाइम ज्यादा ही small है, you are not allowing only even 6 photons, then obviously you will not see an interference pattern. So that is the answer here. Photon nature can easily explain this part. But इसका क्या होगा? This still follow wave nature. So we are back to the previous question. What is the nature of light, wave or photon? And now you can see both the effects in one experiment. आप दोनों effect एक experiment में देख सकते हैं. So explanation of this sort of behavior is not easy. And what they concluded, जो conclude किया उन्होंने scientist ने उस समय फिर, their conclusion was something like this. So when we say light can have wave nature or particle nature, what we are saying is that या तो हम ये मानेंगे या हम particle nature मानेंगे. But ना ही ये सही है, ना ही ये सही है. They both exist together. I mean, you cannot separate out wave nature from the particle in any case. Now, what does it mean? This sentence is not easy to understand in one line. इसका मतलब क्या है? So the meaning is this. Location of photon cannot be determined precisely. Means when this photon, let us say photon emits from this slit, now where will it go on this screen? There is no way to know. ये पता करने का कोई तरीका नहीं है कि जो फोटोन इस स्लिट से या इस स्लिट से निकला था वो कहाँ जाएगा. Okay. We can only approximate means probabilistic. locations of the photon. What does it mean? If someone asks, where will this photon go? We do not know. वो यहाँ पे जाएगा? We don't know. But we can still say that there are very high chances that it may come in this region, or in this region, or in this region, or in this region, or in this region. And there are very low chances that it may come in remaining region. यहाँ पर मीन्स फोटोन के यहाँ आने के चांसेस हैं, यहाँ आने के चांसेस नहीं है. चांसेस नहीं है इसका मतलब ही नहीं फोटोन आएगा नहीं, आ भी सकता है, बट चांसेस आर एक्सट्रीमली अनलाइकली. यहाँ पे आने के चांसेस नहीं है, यहाँ पे आने के चांसेस नहीं है, यहाँ पे आने के चांसेस कम है, यहाँ पे कम. एंड देयर आर हेवी चांसेस ऑन द अल्टरनेट रीजन्स. ओके, व्हाट डज इट मीन? It is impossible to determine exact position of photon on the screen. Now, can this theory explain this interference? Yes, it can explain. कैसे explain करेगा? Let us say we emits only 10 photons.
सर
Yes.
सर ये जो हम कह रहे हैं कि the location of photon cannot be determined, ये स्क्रीन पे लगने के पहले की बात कर रहे हैं ना?
No. So when I say location cannot be determined means, let us say we are talking on this photon. Can you determine where will it go? In this direction, in this, in this, in this, where will it go?
No sir.
Right?
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. ये कहाँ जाके गिरेगा पता नहीं. In fact, if you cannot determine location, it is not easy to find what is the pattern here. Or let me explain it in the complete details. Let us say we have only not 10. इसको और कम कर सकते हैं. Let's say we have only 5 photons. Okay. Let me explain it like this. You have this coin. Okay. Top side is head, bottom side is tail. So let us say you flip, you toss this coin, and when it fall back, you can see whether you get head or tail. Let us say you flip it 5 times. Can you please tell me what is the outcome? Out of 5 times, how many times you will get head or tail?
No idea sir.
No, right?
It's
It may be 1-4, it may be 2-3, it may be 3-2, it may be 4-1, it may be 5-0 also, right? But if I do the same thing, let us say 10,000 times, what is your possible answer now? Can you still say that I have extremely no idea what will be the outcome?
it would be 1/2 sir.
Now, obviously, exact estimate हमको अभी भी नहीं मालूम है, but more or less roughly 5,000 times you will get head, and roughly 5,000 times you will get tail. This 5,000 may be 4,800 also, and this 5,000 may be 5,200 also, but this number will fluctuate around this, right? So when you have so many trials, then you can get some idea. But if I give you only few trials, you will get more error. Even this may be this is one more possibility, right? बहुत unlikely ऐसा होना, most likely ये है, but other possibility यहाँ पे मिल सकती है. But as you keep on trying more and more, you will see 5-0 का position, 5-0 वाले trials कम होते चले जाएंगे. Same thing happens here. Let us say you emit only 5 photons. वो कहाँ जा सकते? Let us say one go here, सेकंड यहाँ गया, तीसरा यहाँ गया, चौथा यहाँ गया, पांचवा यहाँ गया. So what pattern do you see? One bright here, one bright here, one somewhat more bright here, one here. Is there any pattern? It is some random pattern. यहाँ bright है, फिर dark है. Then there is dark in such a long region. Then again in such a long region we see dark. कोई interference pattern? No. But when we increase the exposure time, what we are doing? Now we have, let us say, 1 lakh photons, right? Now these 1 lakh photons can go anywhere. Now let us say 100 goes here, 70 goes here, 90 goes here, 110 goes here, 200 goes here. But when you see, you will see a pattern like this. One bright here, 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 one bright here. So you can see the interference pattern now. Intensity थोड़ा बहुत कम ज़्यादा हो सकता है depending on how many photons are there, but they can show an interference pattern. So this theory explain both, right? Now what is this wave nature? ये wave nature क्या है? और sorry, how do you determine the approximate position of? We are saying we cannot get exact location, but we can get some approximate idea of location of photons. How do we get these approximate locations? ये कैसे पता चलेगा? So theory says that this approximate location can be obtained from the corresponding wave nature. So ऐसा नहीं है कि wave nature सिर्फ light में होता है. It is everywhere. In this whole universe, wherever there is a particle, there is a wave attached to it. And it is not necessary that it is an electromagnetic wave. जरूरी नहीं है कि electromagnetic wave हो. Okay. So how do we get an approximate nature from this wave? So in this particular case of interference, this is the scenario. The photon along with it have this kind of wave. And in this particular case, this is the electric field. ये electric field ही है. Means this bright and dark क्या है वास्तव में यहाँ पे? These bright and dark are actually, this bright and dark is actually the distribution of electric field. Intensity here, no intensity here, then again intensity, again zero. Okay. Theory says that जिसको आप इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड समझ रहे हैं, according to photon nature, that is the wave associated with the photon. वो वेव के साथ जो फोटोन के साथ जो वेव एसोसिएट है वो वेव है. So this wave tells you that there are high probability of getting photon here. यहाँ फोटोन आने के चांसेस ज्यादा हैं, यहाँ कम है, यहाँ ज्यादा है, यहाँ कम है, यहाँ फोटोन ज्यादा आ सकते हैं, यहाँ कम आ सकते हैं, and so on. Okay. So this is one starting point of quantum mechanics, and this is somewhat very unrealistic. I mean, the theory says that for low intensity, this is the case. Later on, you will realize, बाद में आपको पता चलेगा, सिर्फ low intensity पर ही नहीं. This is the reality. यही reality ही है. Means, if you want to know in somewhat heavy language, uncertainty is the reality. Now this is look like a sci-fi movie scene, but this is the reality. We can never ever locate any particle precisely. हम कभी भी किसी भी पार्टिकल को प्रिसाइजली लोकेट कर ही नहीं सकते. So this is one big challenge on Newton's law. Newton's law क्या कहता है? Let us say particle यहाँ पे रखा है, apply a force and give me that force. I can tell you what is the new position of this particle at time t. t2 पे यहाँ पर होगा and so on. Means Newton's law is saying that I can give you the precise position, whereas quantum mechanics say there is no such thing like precise. You can only have some approximate answer for a particle. इनमें से किस जगह पार्टिकल होगा कोई नहीं जानता है. यहाँ पे होने के चांसेस 10% है, यहाँ पे होने के चांसेस 10% है, यहाँ 10% है, यहाँ होने के चांसेस 4% ही हैं, यहाँ होने के चांसेस 4% है, यहाँ नहीं होगा, यहाँ 0% चांस है. बट इफ आई गिव यू ओनली वन पार्टिकल, पता नहीं कहाँ होगा इसमें से. इफ आई गिव यू लेट अस 1000 पार्टिकल, 50 यहाँ होंगे, 50 यहाँ होंगे, 20 यहाँ हो सकते हैं, 20 यहाँ भी हो सकते हैं, यहाँ कोई नहीं जाएगा, एंड सो ऑन, राइट. बट इफ आई गिव ओनली वन पार्टिकल, वो कहाँ होगा इसमें नहीं मालूम. So that's why we get such a pattern when intensity is extremely low and we do not give enough time to the photographic plate. यदि photographic plate को ज़्यादा time नहीं देते हैं तो, and if we get sufficient time, then it gives you the same pattern as we get from the wave nature. So wave nature and particle nature are not separate. They are always merged. ये हमेशा ही एक साथ है. You may say one more thing. आप एक सवाल कर सकते हैं. In this case, the corresponding wave with this particle is the electric field of the light. यहाँ पे जो wave nature की बात की जा रही है, वो electric field है light का. Is it always true? क्या ये हमेशा true है? So let me tell you, in this particular case only, this electric field wave gives you the position of particle, but this is not necessary in all cases. So what is the wave in other cases? Other case में जो wave हम कह रहे हैं associate होती है, what is that wave? वो wave किसकी है? What kind of law does it follow? जैसे electric field तो आप जानते हैं, it follow del dot E is equal to rho epsilon naught. I mean it follow Maxwell equations. क्या ये हर बार ट्रू होगा? नो. सो जो वेव एसोसिएट है उसके रूल्स क्या है? कैसे पता करेंगे उस वेव का फॉर्म क्या है? बिकॉज अनलेस यू नो द फॉर्म, जब तक आपका वेव फॉर्म नहीं पता चलेगा, यू कैन नॉट गेस एनीथिंग. आप अप्रोक्सीमेट आंसर से नहीं पता कर सकते. सो सिमिलर टू मैक्सवेल इक्वेशंस जैसी कुछ इक्वेशंस उस वेव के लिए भी है. ओके, इज दैट ए फिजिकल वेव? क्या वो इलेक्ट्रिक फील्ड जैसे फिजिकल वेव है? नो, इट्स ए कंप्लीटली हाइपोथेटिकल वेव. बस एक नंबर का गेम मान लीजिए, बट दिस नंबर गेम विल गिव्स यू experimentally obtained result. Okay, any doubt here?
Sir, so there is no case that total 10,000 or 5,000 times we tossed the coin, 5,000 or 10,000 times it is head or either tail. So there is no case that total the whole number of photons pass from only one slit. Right, sir?
Sorry, I didn't get your point. Say it again.
If it is 10,000 times, we can't get to only head at 10,000 times, right? There is no probability for that.
Okay. So let me tell you how many times will you get what. Let us say you have 10,000 coins. So the probability of getting all head is this. Let us say you get head all the times. The chances are this. 1 minus, no. Probability of getting head once. So this is the answer. Out of 10,000 times, these many times you will get, sorry, probability is means, yes. This is your answer. These
Sir?
many times you will get head.
That
all
is just random game, sir. We are playing with that probability of locating,
yes, it's a random game.
but there is no certain principles around it, right, sir?
See, so okay, so see, when we say random, it does not mean that you cannot guess anything. इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि आप कुछ भी guess नहीं कर सकते. See, why do we say that head and tails will be roughly equal? ऐसा क्यों कहते हैं? Because there is some certainty coming from somewhere. Coin is not biased. Let us say we have a biased coin. Biased coin means the distribution of mass is not uniform in the coin. This is the coin, and let us say this side is heavier. This side heavier. Now, will you get the same answer? Now, let us say this is tail, this is head. Obviously, if
No, sir.
you flip this coin 10,000 times, on an average, you will see 8,000 times you are getting tail, and only 2,000 times you are getting head. क्यों आया difference? Because you have put some certainty from the beginning itself. आपने कुछ certainty यहाँ पे तो दी ना. Same certainty is here. When you have an unbiased coin, that certainty of unbiasedness appears here. Okay. Uncertainty कहाँ पर है? Toss में. When you toss, there is no physics which can tell you what is the final outcome. That uncertainty appears in these fluctuations. वो 5,000 भी हो सकता है. That may be 1,000. That may be this also, right? Or let me
Yes, sir. Got it, sir.
tell you in this way. Fluctuations are proportional to not exactly 1 upon, but it is obviously inversely proportional to trials. Means, let us say you are only doing 2 trials. आपने 2 head tail किया. What is the order of fluctuation? Fluctuations means what do you expect? 1 times head, 1 times tail. But there may be chances that you get 2 times head, 0 times tails, or 0 times head, 2 times tail. So this is the fluctuation, right? This is the average value. और इस average value के around कितना fluctuate हो रहा है. But now let us say you do 20 trials. Now you will see most of the times you will see 1 and maybe 3-4 times you will get let us say you get 15 times head, 15 times, sorry, what I'm doing. So let us say we have 20 trials, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This may be head. Let us say top side. Top side is head. This may be tail. This may be head. This may be head. This may be head. This may be tail. This may be head. This may be tail. This may be tail. Again head. You will see out of 20, more or less, maybe 10 or 11 times you will see head. So now we are going to settle down. I mean the fluctuations are now going to decrease. पहले fluctuations ज़्यादा थे because number of trials कम थे. जैसे से आप trials बढ़ाते जाएंगे, you will see number of head and number of tails matches together. वो match करना शुरू कर जाएंगे. Okay. Same thing is happening everywhere. यहाँ पे भी वही हो रहा है. जब photons बहुत कम थे, even if I give you the probability distribution, मैं ये distribution दे भी दूंगा तब भी आप कुछ नहीं कर सकते. Because fluctuations ज़्यादा हैं. When you increase number of trials, now same probability distribution can give you some reasonable results, right? So number of trials always makes a prominent role along with probability. So probability से कुछ नहीं होता है. Probability भी तभी काम करती है जबकि number of trials ठीक ठाक हो. For example, all these in exit polls, जितने भी न्यूटन exit polls करते हैं, क्यों कुछ का डेटा काम नहीं करता है, क्यों कुछ का डेटा काम कर जाता है? Any idea? It depends on हाउ मेनी पॉपुलेशन डिड यू कंसीडर इन एग्जिट पोल्स? आपने कितने लोगों से पूछा कि उन्होंने कितनों को वोट दिया है? लेट अस से यू आस्क ओनली फ्रॉम 10 पीपल्स, आपने सिर्फ 10 लोगों से पूछा एंड यू जनरेट योर एग्जिट पोल्स। क्या आपको लगता है ये रिजल्ट काम करेगा? सर्टेनली नो। बट लेट अस से यू आस्क फ्रॉम 10,000 पीपल्स, आपने किसी एरिया के 10,000 लोगों से पूछा कि आपने किसको वोट दिया है, दे विल गेट सम प्रेडिक्शन एंड देयर आर चांसेस कि ये डेटा एग्जैक्ट डेटा के साथ मैच कर जाए और रफली आगे पीछे हो। बट यदि आपका सैंपल साइज ही छोटा है देन देयर आर ह्यूज फ्लक्चुएशंस, हो सकता है आपका डेटा बिल्कुल गलत आए। सो सैंपल साइज और नंबर ऑफ ट्रायल्स ऑलवेज मेक ए प्रोमिनेंट रोल in the probability case. Any other doubt here?
No, sir.
Okay. Now let me give you some idea of polarization and let me increase this list also. Gauss model is there. So polarization, इसमें क्या होगा? There are problems here also. यहाँ पे प्रॉब्लम है। क्या प्रॉब्लम्स है यहाँ पर? सेम इंटेंसिटी कम करेंगे तो क्या होगा? So let us say we have this is z axis, मान लीजिए z axis है, okay. So this is perpendicular to this board, ये इस बोर्ड के परपेंडिकुलर है. This is the polarization of my electric field vector. It means it is vertically up down. So electric field vector is in this direction. This is my polarizer. What is the intensity that I get on the on this side? Let us say this has intensity I naught. How much intensity will I get here? So this polarizer is parallel to this light. So angle is 0. How much intensity will I get? I naught. Cos square 0 is equal to
1.
I naught actually, right? So I get full light here, right? Now if I rotate this polarizer by 90 degree, then
Intensity got will be 0.
now what is the intensity? So when it was making 0 degree, this was the answer. When it is making 90 degree, what is the answer?
0.
And if it is making some other angle,
Some
let us
cos
say
square
theta angle, then it is cos square theta, right? For theta degree. Which theory explain these findings? Wave theory or photon theory? I mean, how do you get this formula that outcoming intensity is I naught cos square theta? कैसे मिला ये फॉर्मूला आपको?
Sir, wave theory से.
We are assuming that light is a wave and that wave is consists of electric and magnetic field, and only the component of electric field parallel to polarizer can pass on other side. जो component field का polarizer के parallel है सिर्फ वही उधर को जा सकता है. So this is electric field here. Electric field को यहाँ draw कीजिए, right? But now this electric field cannot pass because some part of the electric field vector will get blocked. Some part of the electric field vector will get passed. कितना part pass कर जाएगा? The component which is along this axis, जो इसके along है, and the component which is perpendicular, वो pass नहीं कर पाएगा. So what is the length of component that is parallel to this? This is E naught. This angle is theta, so it is E naught cos theta. What is the intensity? intensity amplitude square. So E naught square cos square theta. E naught square is the maximum intensity. So I naught cos square theta. So this theory, all this polarization is explained by wave theory. But again, not completely. वेव थ्योरी एक्सप्लेन तो करती है बट पूरी तरह से नहीं करती. क्या प्रॉब्लम आएगा? सिम reduce the intensity of light. Okay, कितना reduce करना है? So that intensity of light is of the order of h nu. What is nu? Nu is the frequency of the light source. जो भी light color आप use कर रहे हो उसका frequency. Now how do we detect light on the other side? Other side में light को कैसे detect करेंगे? Same thing. This intensity is extremely small. So we put a photographic plate here on this side. So if light falls on this, the chemical will get modified, and from that modification you can realize, yes, some light has come here. If more light is coming, the more modification you will see in the chemical here. Same thing again, exposure time. So when exposure time is long, they get some modification in the photographic plate, and when they reverse, when they do the revert calculation, they realize that the intensity on the photographic plate is proportional to cos square theta. Okay, no issue. So it is same as wave theory. But when exposure time is short, now this is somewhat surprising. ये वो surprising result. They do it one time, they do not get any result. Means no light. They do it again, they get light. They do it third time, they got light. Fourth time, no light. Means there was no pattern here now. Sometimes they get light, sometimes they do not get light. And this light is obviously not, it is not is equal to cos square theta. जो भी intensity था, वो cos square theta के proportional तो नहीं था. Now how will you explain this answer? This is even more challenging now. ये तो और ज़्यादा challenging है. But there is one more thing. When they do it multiple times, let us say thousands of times, what they realize that 1000 into cos square theta times there was a light, and 1000 times 1 minus cos square theta times there was no light. Means let us say cos square theta is 0.3, then 1000 में से 300 बार इनको लाइट मिला, 700 बार इनको लाइट नहीं मिला. How will you explain this answer? And this is an approximate. ये exact नहीं, approximate है. 700 का 750 भी हो सकता है. Yes.
Sir, again on the motion of photon, like it's randomly, and sometimes it may be perpendicular to the polarizer and maybe in
Right.
plane of polarizer.
See, now the assumption is this whatever photon that is being emitted here, it can have only two states, either perpendicular to the polarizer or along the polarizer. If it is along, it will go to the screen, make a mark. If it is not along, for any reason, if it is not able to cross this polarizer, it will not pass, there is no mark. एंड ऑब्वियसली यू कैन नॉट डिवाइड फोटोन फर्दर, फोटोन को और तो आप ब्रेक नहीं कर सकते. सो ईदर पोलराइजर विल अलाउ द फोटोन और विल नॉट अलाउ द फोटोन, या तो अलाउ करेगा या अलाउ नहीं करेगा. दैट इज व्हाट इज हैपनिंग. Sometimes it allow, so you see light. Sometimes you do not allow, so there is no light. Why do we see the light when time is long? So long time actually means we are seeing the collective behavior of all 10,000 photons together. Exposure time long करने का मतलब यही है कि आप thousands और कितने photons हैं उनका collective behavior देख रहे हैं. So out of these 1,000 photons, 1,000 into cos square theta times roughly photon passes, so you see light, and in the remaining trace there is no light, so there is no effect of that. Okay, so all these things are explained by this strange law. Now कोई logic नहीं है इनका. When scientists say that there is a wave associated to particles, कोई logic नहीं है. But if you do not assume this, then you cannot answer the experiment. Newton's laws is quite logical. Newton's law में बहुत common sense है. If obviously if you apply a force, the particle will move, and accordingly you drive that F is equal to d2x over dt square. Common sense allow it. It seems to be logical. It has no problem. Now this is, it is out of common sense. There is no logic for this. It's just an assumption, and somehow this assumption works quite well. ये इत्तेफाक है जो भी है, ये assumption आज भी बहुत अच्छे से काम करता है, right? So nobody knows whether we are in right direction or wrong direction, but यदि हम गलत डायरेक्शन में चल रहे हैं तो assumption कहीं ना कहीं तो फेल करता है. So it's a very surprising assumption, but it is working. It is working very well for all the experiment. जिनको otherwise explain करना almost impossible है. Okay. So let's stop here, and now we will discuss more aspects of quantum mechanics, and then, if time permit, we will also see how do we see classical mechanics from such Beer's law. ये सब कुछ आपको क्लासिकल मैकेनिक्स में देखने को नहीं मिलता है. एंड इफ वी आर सेइंग क्वांटम मैकेनिक्स इज द करेक्ट वन, इतना स्ट्रेंज फिजिक्स यदि सही फिजिक्स है, सो हाउ डू वी गेट रेगुलर लाइफ फ्रॉम दिस फिजिक्स? जो रेगुलर लाइफ में देखते हैं वो यहाँ से कैसे आएगा? सो देयर आर मेनी थिंग्स दैट वी कवर, बट वी विल डू देम वन बाय वन.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Attendance is done. You can leave now.
Thank you, sir.